What's up, everybody? This is Jesus from Everything Nerdy Assemble here on YouTube, and I'm here with one of my team members. Introduce yourself, bro.
What's up, everybody? Jason, Everything Nerdy Assemble, moderator at Everything Nerdy, Everything Gamer Flesh, Everything Nerdy. Find us at Everything Nerdy group chat on Facebook. Find us on Everything Nerdy Assemble YouTube, where we will be discussing games, current topics, TV shows, sports, everything of the above that you're into. We will discuss that.
That's a great intro, bro. So, we're gonna kick it off with the games we've been playing lately that we're passionate about, that we would like people to hear about. So I'll let you start, bro. You've been playing lately, well, you currently started playing for the first time Fallout 76. Now, from what I heard, is that Fallout 76 is trash. Is this a fact?
False.
Okay.
Everyone says it's trash because, understandably, this is something new. Bethesda is, if I said it right, Bethesda.
I know what you're saying, bro. I fuck up words too.
It's something new
yeah.
they're doing to the franchise, which is, yes, of course, going online, making it multiplayer. Everybody is participating, so yeah, this is something new. So yeah, I mean, everybody, I can see where people is going with this, with as far as, because there are some bugs in the game. There are still bugs in the game. One just happened to me a little bit ago. I had to close the game down twice and restarted it.
Okay, let me ask you something before you continue. Can you describe these bugs that you've been encountering? How bad are they?
Teleporting, fast travel, you getting stuck. That one, I had an incident a little bit ago where I fast traveled and got stuck, and I was given a mutation stat when I'm not even mutated at all. I could not move or nothing.
That sounds crazy.
Close the whole game down and restart it back up just to fix it.
Would you say that is like past Bethesda games bug-wise, like it's pretty similar to those? Or is it even worse than it used to be?
I mean, if people look at it and say it's worse, honestly,
okay,
I can see why, because again, it is something new. Bethesda is trying with the franchise that's going online and multiplayer.
So it's nothing. Keep going.
Other than that, honestly,
yeah,
where I can understand where people is going from as far as trash is because of the bugs. But if you're willing to not let the bugs disappoint you like me, it's a real fun game to play. Like, it's so much to do on here, and I'm only just started playing it the other day. I'm still low level. I'm still finding a lot of stuff to do, having a lot of fun with it. Aside from the bugs, definitely recommended playing. If you're willing to not let the bugs get to you that much, it's definitely a game worth playing.
You recommend it to Fallout fans that are not used to the multiplayer aspect of a Fallout game?
Definitely.
Okay. Anything else you want to say before we move on to the next topic about Fallout 76?
Nope.
Let me see if I have any questions.
Other than I will, as I go along playing it, I will discuss more things as I find out more news. I will be discussing them later on in the podcast.
Okay, I do have one question for you only about Fallout 76. I want to know how deep are the side missions or missions? Are there enough of them? Or is it pretty much you gotta create your own adventure type of deal?
There's enough of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's enough room because
Okay.
I got a crap load on my screen right now, and I'm just like trying to do
So
some.
overwhelming is what you're saying.
It's overwhelming, but
That
like I
sounds.
said, it's a lot to do, so
No,
it's
I mean,
really fun.
that's what I definitely hoped for. You know, I hope that it had a lot to do. So that's great news, bro.
Right.
So definitely recommend it to all the Fallout fans and online multiplayer
Mhm.
fans, pretty much.
Pretty much. And if you're new to the Fallout franchise, like I'm somewhat still am because I've only played Fallout New Vegas. I've never played any other Fallout, so I'm still somewhat new to the franchise. It's definitely worth playing.
You know what I say to you, bro? I say that you should definitely check out Fallout. What is it? Fallout 4? That's
A lot of people had said Fallout 4 was great. I wanted to try it at some point.
it is a great
Maybe
game.
eventually I will. Eventually, somewhere in the future, I will grab it and check it out for myself. But for now, I'm got 76 and I'm satisfied with it. I will say that.
Yeah, that's good. I'd say at least, bro, if you want like the real Fallout experience, I definitely recommend you at least rent it. And I think you'll probably drop that Fallout 76 once you play Fallout 70. I mean, once you play,
Fallout 4.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say you'll drop. I was gonna say you'll drop Fallout 76 when you play Fallout 74. I was gonna say that bullshit, but yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
but definitely give that a rental. Now we're gonna discuss the next game that we both been playing. That's Resident Evil 2. Now I'm gonna give you my backstory about Resident Evil 2. I never finished Resident Evil 2. I always appreciated it and I always enjoyed it. And I don't know the reason I never finished it. It's probably because I'm a game jumper. I love to jump from game to game when another one catches my attention. But that's where it begins and it stops. I didn't get too far in Resident Evil 2. I do have fond memories of it. The farthest I remember is like an alleyway where there's like a fence just in the streets of Raccoon City. That's as far as it goes. Did you finish Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1?
Yes, I certainly have. Matter of fact, I completed scenario A and scenario B. I've done it so many times. Like I did different experiences with doing clear at scenario A, Leon scenario B, and then Leon scenario A and clear scenario B.
Damn, it has a lot of scenarios. It's a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, because usually that usually you get like different cutscenes, different endings, doing doing it different ways than just the same route. In the Resident Evil 2 remake for the PS4, it does kind of bring that back a little bit, even though they don't say it's scenarios, they have their own campaigns. It does bring that back that if you do like Leon first and Claire second,
So
you get one set of cutscene, and then when you do Claire first and then Leon second, they'll have their own set of cutscenes.
so you'd say that it pretty much follows the same formula as Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1? Pretty much?
Yes,
Okay.
pretty much.
The
Yes.
only thing that I heard that is different, right, is that Tofu and Hunk are unlocked from the start, and I heard that in Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1 you had to actually unlock those, and Tofu was kind of hard to unlock. That's what I heard.
Tofu is kind of hard to unlock. I've never unlocked Hunk or Tofu
Okay.
in the PlayStation 1, but when I first completed it with Leon, going Leon first and Claire second, I did unlock Hunk. Indeed, I did try the Hunk mission, Man, is it hard?
Yeah, fuck.
It's hard.
Yeah, I could imagine
It
that.
is hard. Like you're stuck between mainly running. Like you're just trying to run for your life because you're only limited to so much ammo and so much healing items. And you're not gonna be able to find nothing to pick up at all. So you're just rather choosing. You're stuck between choosing to pick a fight or just run. As far as tofu head goes, I know that is still in the game,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
but
I don't know. That's
yeah,
a.
I'm sure it's in there, but haven't personally unlocked it.
Oh, you gotta unlock it. I thought it was unlocked from the get-go. That in Hunk, or it hasn't, or maybe it's an update that's supposed to release. I'm not really sure about that.
I'm not sure either. I know Hunk was unlocked when I completed Neon and Claire on the first
Oh
run.
shit. So maybe you do have to
Yeah,
unlock Tofu, but it's probably an easier route. Just
yeah,
finishing it again, I guess.
right. Something like that. It's somewhere in there. It might be a DLC. Who knows? Um, would really be rather a silly idea to have it as a DLC and not as part of the main game like the original was, in my opinion. Um, but I will say it is kind of if it is part of the main game and you do have to unlock it, it's rather hard to unlock than the Hunk mission.
Since you beat Resident Evil 2 and I haven't, my question was, is this a return to horror survival horror, in your opinion? I haven't got too far in it.
In, indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. It definitely brings back those classic moments. How Resident Evil was meant to be in the first place. They definitely did bring those memories back, and so it's definitely good to relive those memories again. I
Oh
will
yeah,
say
definitely. From what
if
it,
if you're if you're familiar with the franchise from older days, it's definitely definitely a new outtake in the survival horror of how they remade it along with the camera angles, but they did bring the survival horror back.
yeah, I
That
agree.
it definitely was worth it.
Yeah, I agree from what I played also, and I do have history with the franchise. I play Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, Code
Same here.
Veronica, Part 5 and 6. But the thing is, I didn't beat all of them. That's the crazy thing. The only ones I've beaten is Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, and shit, that's about it. That's about it.
Because I'm a big fan of the franchise.
I got
I've been
far
a big
though.
fan of the franchise. I'm a big fan of the franchise. Been a big fan of the franchise for such a long time. Um, it was always a must. Once I get my hand on it, I'm not gonna stop playing it until I beat it.
Yeah,
So,
for me, I know what you're saying. For me, bro, if I wasn't playing Kingdom Hearts 3, I will be playing Resident Evil 2. But since I'm playing so many, I started playing Fortnite, then Call of Duty, and it's so on, so on. It's just so many games. But
right.
my take from my perspective of a person that hasn't beaten Resident Evil 2 in the past or many Resident Evil games, I definitely say it's survival horror to the core, like 100%. But also, it's a mix with like a current take on horror and survival also. Like it doesn't feel
Right.
like it's an old game remade. It feels like it's a remix of an old game. Like it
It
has
does.
aspects of all Resident Evils in my opinion. It has little pieces of all the Resident Evils.
Right. It had that definitely does. Like the survival horror along with the adventure and action with it. It definitely does
Yeah,
have all the aspects, but definitely did bring back the aspect of survival horror, how Resident Evil was meant to be. They definitely did bring that part back, and for that I do appreciate that very much, which is why I love Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, I love what I played of it also.
You're right. I loved every bit of it. Every second, every moment. It was just it was just a job well done. Like hands down. Hats off to Capcom. They did a job well done for the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Is this your favorite Resident Evil as of now?
As of now, currently, yes. Now, when they drop a Resident Evil 3 remake, I
Yeah.
would, when they drop it, I would love to see how that turns
Oh,
out
me
because
too.
you know what, for a while there, like, no doubt, I've loved the Resident Evil 3 because of the challenge of Nemesis every
Oh yeah,
corner.
the Nemesis is really scary even in PlayStation 1 graphics.
Oh God, yes. Oh
He just
God, yes.
he's really
I enjoy the challenge of either you have to fight, or either fight him or run. And most of the time, I'll just fight him anyway. So I enjoyed that challenge very well.
see the
Uh,
go ahead,
Go
bro.
ahead.
You go ahead.
All right. I did enjoy the challenge of having to fight him. Like, you know, it's either, even though they did give you the option, run or fight, I've always stuck with fighting him. I enjoyed that challenge. I mean, he was indeed hard to take down. Now, if and when they do drop the remake of Resident Evil 3,
That I hope they do.
I would definitely. I hope they do too. I would love to see them bring that challenge back. Maybe harder and maybe Nemesis looking more scarier than he did in
Oh,
the original.
that's a guarantee, bro. He's gonna look even way better than he's gonna look the
Right,
most frightening he's ever looked.
right.
It's gonna look
I would
amazing.
love to see that.
Yeah, me too.
That would definitely draw my attention big time.
And I have fond memories of Resident Evil 3. Even though I never beat that game, I have fond memories. I had a great time with it. And the reason I would like a remake or remix of that is because I don't feel like the world is fully realized like in Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 1. Like it's not as memorable for people, I believe. And also for me, not my favorite of them all, but I love the Nemesis. So I would love to see like similar like Resident Evil 2 remake. I want to see the remake of Part 3 in that style because I think that would bring like new life into Resident Evil 3 that we never seen before. It would be incredible. It might even be better than Part
It,
2.
def it definitely would. I sure hope if Capcom can hear this right now,
Yeah.
I'm sure they would actually
Yeah.
listen to us and make that happen.
Yeah, if Capcom, if you're
I mean,
listening,
it was highly requested for a long time that we wanted a Resident Evil 2 remake. We finally got it, and it's fantastic. Now it's just like, what the question is when is Resident Evil 3 remake
yeah.
gonna happen?
Yeah,
Because indeed, I would love to see that happen.
I feel like that's a huge possibility. I mean, they remade Part 1. Now they remade
Hmm.
Part 2. It's only right that they continue and remake Part 3, Part 4, even go to 5 and 6, you know?
Right.
It's possible,
I,
but I'd be
I
okay
would
with.
love to see them do a lot of remakes to the 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe as future generation consoles come along down the line, but as a generation now with the PS4, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, we did get Resident Evil 2. I would love, as of this generation, while we're still on this generation, see a Resident Evil 3 remake happen.
Hmm. I kind of doubt that, bro, because I feel strongly that the new consoles will be announced this year, probably by the end of the year.
Even if we go on to PS5 with the, hopefully we'll get that too. We might still get it. I mean, they did a fairly fantastic job with Resident Evil 2. I'm not gonna lie. Though.
No, I agree.
As far as Resident Evil 2 goes, that they did a fantastic job.
I agree. And what were you gonna say?
Hopefully, when we do get our Resident Evil 3 remake, if and when we do get our Resident Evil 3 remake, it will be just about as good as Resident Evil 2 is, if not better.
I'm pretty sure it will be even more incredible than that. I heard a rumor
Right.
that there's a huge possibility it's gonna be a Resident Evil 3 remake, or
Hmm.
it's gonna be Resident Evil 8 in third person, which I would love. And it wouldn't be like a sequel. It would be more like a reimagining of Resident Evil. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's a strong rumor right now.
Right, strong rumor, which I mean, the reason I don't see a three drop happening at the moment because, yeah, I'm sure they want to keep continuing forward with the franchise, going back to Resident Evil 7. Um, that's where they really, when at the time when Resident Evil 7, going back to that day, when I first got it and played it, I was in shock. Like
Yeah, me too.
Resident Evil 7, when they actually did bring back the horror it was meant to be. I'm
No,
not gonna
that
lie.
that game is the
It,
craziest Resident Evil, in my opinion. Craziest.
it is,
It's different.
guaranteed.
It's nothing like
It's
the other ones.
it's not, but they did bring back the horror.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I said, they did bring
definitely.
back the horror. Like, man, it took the cake for a while. Um, Resident Evil 8, hopefully we will get something like they've been, if they keep going down the same path like they did 7 in the 2 remake, regardless first person, third person, over the shoulder, fixed camera angles. Hopefully when 8 gets dropped, if they do continue with the franchise, and then do a 3 remake, if they keep going down the path like that, it will be definitely. It would definitely be fun. Like, what I know 4, 5, and 6 kind of didn't feel like horror. It felt more like action adventure.
Yeah, that's true.
But if they want to keep the horror going, like they did with 7 and the 2 remake, I would like to see them definitely keep that horror going, like how Resident Evil was meant to be.
There's two things that I wanna say about the Resident Evil stuff. The one I want them to remake the most is Resident Evil 4 for sure, because I love that opening. I love the environment. I love
Right.
the feeling it gave me. That was one of the creepiest things. They're speaking in Spanish, like in a Spanish language, saying all these crazy things. Ahí está, like all crazy. Like that means he's over.
Yeah.
Like it's foreign, and foreign is scary to us that we live in the United States. It's like I feel like a lot of people are attracted to foreign horror films for a reason, because it's totally different from American horror
Right.
films. So when I seen
Right.
Resident Evil 4 and they're speaking in Spanish and I'm Latino, that really
Mhm.
spoke to me, bro, and it made me even more scared because I'm like, this shit is my reality because I'm Chicano. So it's
Right.
like I seen Mexican horror movies and they're similar to that, so they're really frightening. And the other thing I want to say, and the last thing I want to say about Resident Evil is that if they do decide to make Resident Evil 8, I want it to be third person and have the option of first person. That's it.
Right. I would like that would definitely change a lot of aspect of the Resident Evil franchise, like it being eligible to play third person or first person. Not a lot of people I know when they tried previous before, like the Survivor series with the first person, it didn't turn out all that great. But when 7 did the first person because they wanted to try something different with the VR, even without the VR in first person, it was just like, wow, it
Oh
was
yeah.
totally mind blowing.
Yeah, the Resident Evil franchise is an amazing thing. And I definitely recommend it to everybody listening. Resident Evil 2, I highly recommend it for survival horror fans. And my boy Jason also highly recommends it. It's his favorite Resident Evil at this moment.
Definitely.
So now we're gonna move on to another game related thing that I feel fits in this segment, the Dreams game, which I kind of understand more now what it's gonna be. Because when it was first announced, I had no idea what it was meant to be, and I feel like a lot of people around the internet, the gaming industry, didn't understand what it was gonna be. Are you familiar with the Dreams game from Media Molecule?
Um, never, never heard of it,
Okay,
honestly.
but
Fill me in.
do you know who Media Molecule is?
Mm, that name does ring a bell, but the game name itself doesn't.
Okay, you remember Little Big Planet?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is their new game that rumor has it is gonna release this year, and basically it's very similar to Little Big Planet. The only huge difference is that you could actually build games with their engine from the ground up, and not only the games, but you could also be a music producer. You could input your voice in the game, and you could even just create, what do you call them, like items. You could create a gun, you could create a shovel, a bone, a piece of chicken, whatever you want with the tools they have in the game, and you could share them with people, and you could collaborate with people and create games or create stories, add audio to your stories, grab the music from somebody if that person shares it with you. Like, it's an incredible game that I feel everybody should have their eyes on. It's gonna be a game changer. And I seen the stream like maybe 2 days ago. Giant Bomb, shout out to them. They had a dream stream, they called it, and they showed all the creations they had, bro. And they created all types of games that don't look nothing the same with the engine. They made a first person shooter, they made a platformer, they made like a 3D Mario type of style game, they made mini games. Like anything you could dream of, you could basically create in this game. And it goes really, really deep on like many, like what do you call it? Many software that's around out there. And what's crazy is gonna be the game. Plus, it also has like a story mode, like Little Big Planet, where you go through the story they created, and then you unlock items that you could use to make your own dream creations. So you could basically, what you could do, if you want to build a game from the ground up, you could do that. If you just want to be a music producer, you could create music with all the tools they have. Plus, if people share music with you, they already created or downloaded from an MP3 or some way downloaded it onto the PlayStation 4, uploaded it, you could use that. If you just want to do like short films, you could do that. If you just want to lend your voice to people that want to use your voice, you could do that. It's an incredible looking and very ambitious game, bro. And you should definitely have your eyes on it.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep you on top of it. It does sound interesting.
It's
Every aspect
it is
of what
it is it is a very interesting and very ambitious game. Very ambitious.
ambitious will be the key word right there. Being
Oh,
able
super
to,
ambitious. Yeah, it's super ambitious because
right,
everything that I told you, like for creating stories, creating games, creating music, your voice, what's crazy, it's everything is shareable throughout the whole network. Like if you want to share your voice, people will
right,
use that voice and you'll get credit, and you'll find out when they use the voice. So you could even like trade stuff with people. You could collect their things and make it like a collection, and people will go to your collection that other people created, and you get points for that that make you level up and unlock more things to use. It is deeply, deeply ambitious, bro. And I highly recommend that you check out on YouTube whenever you get a chance. When we finish the podcast, go check out the Dream Stream. Just go check out a big chunk of the things that have been created on there. They created, I'm gonna tell you the things they created that's gonna blow your mind. And I'll end it with that. If you don't have any other questions. They created
oh,
a scene of Dead Space that looks really, really very, very similar to Dead Space. They basically created the intro of Dead Space in the game.
damn,
They
yeah,
created.
definitely,
Go ahead. Say your thoughts. What were you gonna say?
that definitely will look into that. I mean, like I said, ambitious is the key word there because
Oh, it's
it's
super
so
ambitious.
sounds real breathtaking in so many ways. Like being able to do stuff you can, it, being able to use your imagination
Oh man, I mean,
all the way around, music, creating your own game, creating your own scenes, your own story. It definitely brings out your imagination, no doubt. I like the sound of that. Like that's why ambitious is the key word.
I'm gonna tell another thing they created in the game. They created the PT demo, bro. You remember PT?
Mm-hmm.
They created a PT demo with the same audio, and it looks really similar to it. Where you walk down the hallway, and it's really creepy. You hear the voices, I mean the noises, and then you hear the radio saying this family got killed at this time and all that. It's so similar. And last thing I'll say about this is that Dreams was a game that I didn't have on my radar, and now it's one of my most hyped games for this year, if it releases this year. It is that crazy, that ambitious, and that incredible. To just think that even if I'm not good at creating levels in the video game, I could create music with just my ear for music, or I could use my voice and make weird voices, and people will use it for the character. Or I could make like a body part or a gun or a car or a wheel, and they could actually use that, and I get credit for that. That sounds amazing to me. It just seems like it's gonna
Yeah,
have so many things that if you're not good at one thing but you're good at another thing, it's gonna give you credit. You're gonna level up and you're gonna have a blast. and
definitely.
and I'm very, very hyped for it. It's my number one hype game this year. First is The Last of Us 2, then it's Dreams now. And it used to be Dreams was way at the bottom, but after I seen the stream and everything it offers, Last of Us 2, Dreams. That's how hype I am for it, bro. Pretty crazy, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so that's it for the game segment. Now let's move on to the topics. Let's move on to the Super Bowl trailer spots. Did you have a chance to check out any of the Super Bowl trailers that released today?
Not really. I mean, the only thing I've been hearing, I mean, other than trailers, is yeah, how big it is with Los Angeles Rams, formerly St. Louis Rams, and the Patriots going at it. If I had to say anything about the Super Bowl, I'm not a fan of either team, but the
What
Patriots
up, bro?
what's up, today. The Patriots are definitely a good team. Tom Brady definitely takes the GOAT as quarterback. He has been taking that team to the Super Bowl many times,
All right.
back to back,
Hey, Jason.
every time.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, bro. Let Kool-Aid introduce himself. Introduce yourself, bro.
Are we live right now? What's the deal, y'all?
Yeah, we're live. What up? What up?
Yeah, man. Sorry, late, though. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We're good, bro. How you doing?
Funny.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, man, good.
I'm gonna get you up to speed. So far, what we discussed we discussed Resident Evil 2, Kingdom Hearts, the Dreams game, the Dream stream, and Fallout 76. And I did miss one, the Kingdom Hearts 3. I forgot to talk about that. But right now we're talking about the Super Bowl trailer spots. Did you, did you get a chance to look at any of the trailers that released for the Super Bowl?
I have not. I was just hopping on Facebook and see at the time.
Okay.
I haven't even watched the Super Bowl or anything yet. I made a couple of runs real quick.
Okay, so definitely we're axing that segment. Because I didn't watch any trailers either. Jason didn't either. So I'm gonna give you the floor, bro. Me and him discussed Resident Evil 2, the Dream stream, Fallout 76, Kingdom Hearts 3 I will discuss, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and discuss any game that you're currently playing that you wanna give a shout out to or highlight.
Has anybody said anything about Anthem yet?
Oh yeah, that's a good one, bro. I forgot about that shit. Yeah, yeah, I want you to discuss that.
You want me to take it?
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
Have either one of y'all played Anthem?
I did. I played the demo, and I forgot to add it to the damn segment. But yeah, that's a great one.
I downloaded the demo. I tried connecting to it. It wouldn't let me connect.
Yeah, the demo.
Okay, you
It's
tried
kind of a buzz for me.
Yeah, see what happened, bro? Is the demo's over. It was only for 3 days.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it for 2 weekends. They took off at like the same time too. Like they did last weekend.
Right.
Pre-order
It was kind of like the Resident Evil 2 demo, 30-minute demo. Like, yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah, but
Oh no, it was way more. Than
way better than that. Way better than that. It's way better than that. Fuck 30 minutes, you know?
Right. Right. Capcom just wanted to tease everybody with 30 minutes.
Yeah, fuck that. I
Give
didn't.
them credit for that. They did
Yeah.
a good job.
No, they did. They did. I just didn't. I wanted more. You know, I wanted. Yeah, some bullshit. But let's give Kool-Aid the floor. Kool-Aid, talk about Anthem, bro. To the people that never heard of it, tell us your thoughts and what it is.
Shit, it's kind of hard to describe. If I could describe it in any form, I say it's kind of like Destiny and Division had a baby.
That's a good. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You got your little suits or whatever, and it's 4 different classes on there. Basically, you got an assassin, a guardian, a warrior, basically, and kind
Yeah.
of like a mage. It's pretty cool. As far as the classes go, they all play very differently. But as far as maneuvering and mechanics go, you can all kind of translate very well between each suit, how each one moves. So it's not really an extreme learning curve for switching one suit to another. But the one with the biggest difference would be the Colossus because it doesn't have a dodge. But it's fairly simple once you like get it in your hands, figure it out. It has a Destiny-like progression system where how Destiny had like a light level
Yeah.
or whatever. It's kind of similar to that, but it's not exactly a light level. But as far as your gear goes, along lines of that, is basically how it would be. Like you can have a common or uncommon or rare, and you'll be a certain level.
To me, it's like Destiny. It reminds me of Destiny a lot.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of that too.
But also, it's like a mix of a Lost Planet and a little bit of Mass Effect.
See, I haven't played too much Mass Effect, and I heard a few people say that.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
entirely sure, 'cause I haven't played it myself.
yeah the Mass Effect aspect, bro, come from just the conversation choices you have. That's pretty much the where the Mass Effect begin and end.
See, and I was wondering, like, would those choices affect stuff throughout the game? I mean, it was just a demo and whatnot, so we didn't really figure it out, but I was wondering that, if it worked like that. I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will affect it as the game goes on. But to what extent, I haven't really heard. What I did hear, though, before I give my thoughts on the demo and let you give your thoughts, I heard this today that the end game is really cool, but the person that played it from Game Informer, shout out to them, they were saying that it's pretty similar to Destiny, as in it's repetitive. But I don't know how much they played though. But I don't think they played too much. But they got to play a little bit of the end game. I'm just hoping it's a lot of more story to it, and it's not like Destiny. I just wanted to be like a AAA story game, story action adventure game.
It's gonna be a mix, honestly. Like, there's gonna be a linear story with cutscenes and everything. But then you're gonna have, like, on Destiny, how you had raids and strikes and stuff like that. it's gonna be like there's a thing on there called a stronghold. A stronghold on Anthem reminded me of a strike on Destiny, where you could go in and earn gear. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? Increase the difficulty and earn better gear, but it will be the same mission over and over again. You know, but it depends on what you're trying to farm at the same time to which stronghold mission you'll do. It also have like different caves and stuff you can go in and discover. It'll be like free play.
You know, that game kind of surprised me, man. I think it's deeper than people are expecting. It's definitely
Oh
deeper
yeah.
than I expected it to be. There's so much customization and so much to unlock and so much to do, it seems.
Uh, I feel like there's a lot more that they'll be on there too. Because as
Oh
far as
yeah.
demo goes,
Yeah, it's
like
just
in
a
free play,
demo.
all I could do is discover caves, and they had like these things called world events, which is another thing that kind of reminds me of Destiny. How like a event will pop up, and if random players are in the area, they can come together, cooperate, complete the task, and they go on about their separate ways. That
Oh
makes it
yeah.
really fun. I thought that
I,
was
l-
pretty interesting.
I love the fact that when I jumped in for the first time in the demo, there was already people like from the jump. You don't even have to do anything. They're already in your game attacking
Yeah,
the enemies, bro. And I thought that was dope as hell. I was like, okay. Felt like a
yeah,
superhero
man.
like flying in, you know? Like they're over there
Pretty
having
cool.
a fight and I'm like, here I come. You know what's up? It was crazy, man. I had a blast playing that game.
I feel like that might be a game of the year candidate, even though it's
I
very early in the year. It's
I feel
just so far.
I feel the same too. And the graphics blew my mind. Like they're the best graphics I've seen this year, next to Resident Evil 2.
Man, the year's still early, so
Oh yeah,
I'm kind of
definitely.
hesitant to say it's the best of the best, but yeah, so far, man,
It's impressive
visually
looking.
it's just
Oh
god
yeah.
damn, like they took their time. I want to hear about this Fallout, man, because I'm interested. I mean, I see you streaming it right now. I'm about to join up and look at it, but like,
Oh,
what is up with Fallout 76?
yeah. Give him a quick breakdown, Jason.
It's basically like a shooter RPG. Um, you got a breakdown. It definitely falls into the shooter RPG. Definitely a fun game. A lot of people say that they're not liking it. Um, where I can where I can see where they're coming from for those that don't like it, because yes, indeed there are still bugs in the game. This is just something new, but Bethesda is doing, taking Fallout franchise to a step further and making it multiplayer rather than just a single player type game. So indeed, we're expecting bugs to happen. Hopefully down the future, then it will be fixed. Um, Definitely, if you're new to the franchise or you're familiar with the franchise, it's definitely worth checking out. If you don't mind the bugs bothering you as much, it's definitely worth checking out. It's definitely a fun game. I mean, I started it. I bought it Friday. Still somewhat kind of a newbie to the game as Fallout 76 goes, and I enjoy it. So far, I'm just having a great time enjoying it. So, it's definitely worth checking out if you want to check it out, man.
Yeah, I know it's more like the RPG side compared. Well, it's
Right.
more of my
It,
bad, the online side compared to the rest of the Fallout.
right. It definitely is online.
It's an RPG. Fallout ain't been an RPG his whole career and shit. But I just yeah, I seen it was like online. I thought, oh, that'd probably be interesting to play Fallout online. And see, whatchamacallit, Elder Scrolls online. I like it, but I didn't. So I kind of had the same kind of feeling about Fallout. Like maybe it'd be the same. Because Fallout is this huge,
Right.
massive game, and then you try to incorporate online with it. There's just so much shit that can go wrong. So
See,
I
Right.
definitely tried.
what I recommended to Jason, bro, and I recommend to you too, is give Fallout 4 a rental. You'll love it. That's the true Fallout experience. You'll love that game a lot. It's a great game.
Hmm. Yeah, man, I'm thinking about like I need to get a game fly or something, bro, so I could do like more reviews and stuff. Like have like when we do our segments and stuff, like oh we're gonna do these games this week, like a hard day game fly that shit, try it out for a little bit,
Oh yeah, most definitely,
get
man.
an opinion.
Yeah, whatever we play during that week, we'll discuss it. Like the last game I have to discuss is basically Kingdom Hearts 3. You are
Ooh,
both
I used to
familiar
swear play that shit, bro.
with Kingdom Hearts franchise?
I
Yeah,
am
yeah, to
familiar with the
mechanics.
franchise as I
Okay.
have played one and two, so I'm definitely deeply interested in hearing what three has to
Okay.
offer.
You know
What
what's
about
crazy?
what's up?
I've only played the very first one on like PS2, but I know what it is.
Okay, so that's the interesting conversation we're gonna have. I have never played Kingdom Hearts franchise in my life.
Really? None at all?
Yeah, never. Never. And so it's my fresh take on, like, just like Jason with Fallout 76. This is like my fresh take on my first look on this game. And since both of you
See, my
played it,
thing.
I bet you have a lot of questions.
See, the thing that introduced me to Kingdom Hearts for real, like the first time you ever seen like Disney characters be like super badass, like Mickey Mouse and Donald.
Oh, I love
You,
Disney, bro. Grew up on Disney.
like as a kid, you always seen them in the cartoons. They probably get to some antics or something like that. But in Kingdom Hearts, they're actually badass. And I'm like, oh,
Oh
this is
yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Disney, and I believe who really isn't. You know, we all grew up on Disney movies.
Right,
But
right, no doubt about that.
I wanna, I want both of you to ask me questions about Kingdom Hearts. Since you both played more than I have, I want you to ask me questions that relate to the franchise about what's included in this game that might surprise you. Like maybe it's still similar, maybe it's different. Like
It's
tell
the
me,
Keyblade, right?
yeah, the Keyblade is definitely one of the weapons, but
Okay.
now there's more than one Keyblade. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm not too far in the game, but already I have three different Keyblades that do different transformations.
Ooh, they do transformations now.
It's
Yeah, following with the story. I
uh-huh.
mean, I know they started one and two on PlayStation 2, but then they ended up kind of spreading the story around on different platforms like Game Boy
Like PSP and
Advance.
shit.
Yeah, yeah, they kind of ended up flipping the story around. Like they were kind of doing things that were going ahead
No,
of it and things that were before,
no,
like Kingdom Hearts 1.
no.
Uh, my my only I'll take is my only question
Uh-huh.
is, does Kingdom Hearts 3 still follow with the story? Is it kind of going
From what
somewhere
I
like around after Kingdom Hearts 2, or how
That's a
far
good
is it
question
going
too.
past Kingdom Hearts 3?
from what
Because
I
they have a
heard
1.5 and a 2.5.
from what I heard, bros, I heard that it doesn't really follow the story to a T, but it does follow the story though. From what I heard, I haven't played enough. I barely got to the second world that is called Twilight something, Twilight Town, I think. That's
Mm,
basically the second world I got to,
mm,
and the first world was Mount Olympus with Hercules and Hades.
Ooh,
mm.
Yeah,
what
that's
is
the.
this?
Y'all have any other questions? Like, I want to hear, since I never played the game, you know, I want to hear like things that you would expect it to be featured in Kingdom Hearts 3 that
Well, the
you know,
Keyblades are no-brainer.
yeah, the Keyblades
Keyblades are
definitely are there.
no-brainer.
Yeah, they,
Who the
uh,
allies right now?
who are the allies?
oh,
Good question.
who are the allies?
Like
Well,
like I know you were able to do, like, if I remember correctly, back in the first one, we were doing like Donald Duck, Goofy,
okay.
and Mickey. It kind of follows with the Disney platform. So did they add any extra Disney characters to it, or
I'm gonna tell
Will there
you,
be any Marvel people on the game?
from what
Since
I
Disney
heard,
owns the rights to that shit.
bro, and it could be, you know, like people just not trying to spoil the game, but I heard there's no Marvel characters. But I will tell you the characters that I've seen so far. Minor spoilers for anybody listening. Just minor ones. It's nothing big. Just Disney characters. So far, I've seen you start out with Donald Duck and Goofy.
okay?
they're still rolling with you. I seen Mickey, Hercules, Hades, the three little ducks. What are they called?
It's about the three other nephews.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. His nephews. Yeah, his nephews.
I'm thinking Wacko, Quacko and Dot, but that's the Animaniacs.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah. I
Come on,
also,
man.
I also seen Chip and Dale.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Damn.
yeah.
I seen
It took me a minute to figure it.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did get it right.
I seen Chip and Dale on here. Mickey Mouse, of course. Uh, they're talking about Roxanne or something. Roxas. I don't know what the hell that is, and something with the
If you're
K.
thinking Roxanne, I think Roxanne, only one name comes to mind
I
with
think it's
Roxanne.
Roxas. It's Roxas. Uh,
Like I say, if it's going with Roxanne, only one name comes to mind with Roxanne and Disney was from a Goofy movie. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Was
oh yeah, I seen that movie.
it was Max's crush.
What's the name of that dude? The rival of Goofy. He comes out in this game.
Pete, I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, he's in here. Also, Magnificent is in here.
Neither one of you was listening. I'm sorry.
And who else? Who else did I see? Oh, Jiminy Cricket. That's the last one I seen.
Jimmy Cricket.
Yeah, Jiminy Cricket and Chip and Dale. Those are like the last two. But to my understanding, I haven't got far, but this minor spoilers to anybody listening. It has a lot of different worlds. There's like the Nightmare Before Christmas world. There's the Monsters Inc. world, Toy Story, the Big Hero 6 or Big Hero 9, Tangled, Frost. Is it called Frost or what the hell is it called?
The Frozen chick.
Yeah, Frozen. I'm talking about Frost. Yeah, Frozen. And there's other stuff. I think Winnie the Pooh world is in here. I'm not sure. There's a variety though. And to give my thoughts to both of you and anybody listening about my experience with Kingdom Hearts, I'm a fan now. I never played the franchise, but the world, well, the first thing I love about it is when you start out the game from the beginning, they actually give you like a recap of the story that happened before in like 15 minutes. So you get the whole recap even if you're like a new gamer playing the franchise. And I love that fact. You just go to the menu and it says the memory archive and it gives you the memories of all the games. So yeah, I love that fact. And then I love the combat. The combat and the movement is so smooth and so effective and super quick. I don't know how it used to be in the games that y'all both played, but it's super smooth and super responsive.
That's good.
And and one of the movements that actually reminds me of Spider-Man. You know when Spider-Man goes up the walls and through the stairwells, the fire escapes basically, when he goes through the fire escapes and tries to maneuver through different areas like that?
Yeah.
Sora does the same thing. When she goes up a wall, like running up a wall, she maneuvers to whatever's in her way, and she basically just does the movement without me even controlling it, just like Spider-Man. Yeah, really dope. And oh yeah, man, that surprised me. I'm like, that's similar to Spider-Man. I love that. And another thing that I don't think was in the previous Kingdom Hearts games, and you could tell me if it was from your both of your experiences, one of the like special what do you call it, special moves, you could say, basically you earn your special move, and the moves are like what you would expect in a Final Fantasy game, a Kingdom Hearts game, but also they have the Disneyland rides, bros, where you get inside the teacups, and that's actually like a special move, and you could bump into the enemies, or you get on the train, and it goes all around the track, and you just shoot the enemy like it's a gun. And you also have like a a VR headset type of thing, or something from a Tron or maybe Big Hero 9, where you look through the scope and it becomes like a shooting gallery. You can shoot the enemies with your cursor. And also the pirate ship from Disneyland. It pops out from the ground, and you could swing it back and forth just like in the amusement parks, and fuck everything up. And then you could just hit the finish move, and it'll finish it. But you could use it as long as the bar is still filled. That's just some of the things I've seen.
Check that out.
And it's very, very colorful. And there's beautiful colors, explosions, and animations, and the environments look amazing. And from my experience, is the most joy a game has given me in a long time. Like, I've been smiling and giggling at the jokes, and it just brought the kid out of me, you know. I have nothing but great things to say about it. And as of now, that and Resident Evil 2 are on my top 10 list of the year already. They're contenders for Game of the Year, both of them. That's how good they are.
Kingdom Hearts is definitely always a contender for Game of the Year whenever they drop Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, since you both played Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Part 1 and 2, I definitely recommend both of you to... Yeah, I recommend, even you that play the first one, I recommend it highly, bro. The graphics are really crisp and smooth. Very colorful game. And it feels like you're playing a Pixar movie. And there's a lot of collectibles and a lot of exploration. Up the walls, Metroid style, where you unlock different abilities to earn things. There's like other stuff popping up, like a camera, where you gotta find like a Mickey Mouse like emblem, and you unlock stuff. Like, it's a lot of shit. I'm not even far, but I know it's gonna be deep, and I heard things about what's coming up, and I recommend both of you just buy it. Doesn't matter reviews or nothing. If you're fans of the other games, just go and buy it as soon as possible. It's gonna put a smile on your face, and it's gonna be the most fun you had this year and even 2018. It's a lot of fun.
I definitely get that.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Definitely we're looking at that. No doubt.
Any questions you have about the game, or did I cover everything pretty much?
I think you covered everything on that one pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, let me
If
see.
anybody is hyping me for Mortal Kombat though.
Oh, I'm definitely very hyped for that. And since you brought that up, I'm just gonna give you a little update here. There's two things about Mortal Kombat. One of it, Mortal Kombat 11, the stream got delayed due to the cold in Chicago, which I call bullshit. How do you both feel about this?
Wait, what got delayed because of the cold in Chicago?
Yes, the whole northern hemisphere got hit with negatives a lot as of late.
I'm gonna read you the story. I'm gonna read both of you the story, okay? Okay. Developer NetherRealm has postponed this week's Combat Cast broadcast for Mortal Kombat 11 due to storm descending on Chicago, which is where the studio is located. And basically, that's the reason they're giving, and they posted on their tweet, Chicago minus 14 degrees, South Pole minus 4 degrees, Barrow AK minus 7 degrees, Greenland minus 11 degrees. And it's now scheduled to take place on Tuesday, February 5th, which is in a couple days. And it'll kick off at 3 p.m. And there's going to be more news announced on that day. And the other note I wanted to add to this, a new Mortal Kombat character got announced. I don't know if you're familiar with who got announced.
Fill me in.
Oh. Okay. Let me tell you. Okay, so Kano is joining the roster.
Kano.
Yeah, Kano.
Right. Can't have Mortal Kombat without Kano. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Kano, but definitely it would not be Mortal Kombat without Kano.
Yeah, I agree.
He's been here since day one, and he's always been through the franchise.
There was so many people that got left out of the last Mortal Kombat game.
Oh, exactly. Like I enjoyed X, but the thing that kind of really upsetted me was when you played campaign, where he wasn't part of the campaign, but he was not a playable character. I was upset. Like, why?
Aren't you supposed to draw it first?
Yeah, I feel the same way. And
Yeah, Baraka too, but it's good that they're bringing Baraka back.
oh yeah,
Baraka
definitely.
definitely supposed to be in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he's a classic. He should always be featured on Mortal Kombat. He's been in many
Right.
games.
Right.
My only thought about this, right, is that I'm hoping that NetherRealms in Mortal Kombat 11 do what Nintendo did with Super Melee, where they just add every fucking Mortal Kombat character and side character. Just add everybody. Just make it the ultimate Mortal Kombat. That's what I want.
They should bring that back, like how they did with Armageddon before they started redoing the project. Yeah, add every character there was in this whole franchise.
How do you feel about their excuse though about canceling the stream because of the cold? I live in Chicago, and it's definitely not as cold here in the suburbs as in the city. But
I can see, growing up in the city part of Chicago, I can understand it because, you know, Lake Michigan is right there. So not only are they getting the coldness and the wind chill effect of it, they're also getting the lake effect of it as well. So I can pretty imagine it being cold. I mean, overall, it is a pretty sad excuse.
yeah, because they can move it somewhere else, bro.
Right.
Here in
but
Chicago.
With it being that cold in the city part of Chicago, that definitely sounds like Chicago all day in the wintertime.
Yeah, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll just say, like, they probably have their reasons, and it's a good reason, and I'll just let it be like that, you know. But how do you feel, Kool-Aid? You agree with him?
Man,
You feel the same way?
I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, even if it was in Chicago, like y'all heard about the polar vortex before it's coming. They
Yeah.
could have relocated a satellite studio anywhere in the U.S. for at least a week or something. You know what I mean? We all had access to the news, so like, yeah, I feel you. It's bullshit, but at the same time, you know,
Right. It was just an excuse to push it back.
Yeah, maybe
yeah.
there wasn't some assets that were ready, or something like that. But also, it could just be like they wanted to stream it from their studio, and since it's located in the heart of Chicago, that's a good excuse, you know. Like they don't want to do it nowhere else. That's where they got their setup. They want to do it there. So, yeah, I understand.
Right.
You know.
It is what it is. I can't complain about it. It's already done, but I feel like it, you know, it was just, I don't know, man. I just feel like it was an excuse. I mean, granted, they could have just did it. They probably like, fuck it, let's just take the day off. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody working hard. So,
Before,
I don't know.
yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, they have their reasons, and I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt, you know.
Right. Really, that's all we can do. Just give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it's not pushed that far ahead.
Right. That's
You definitely like postponed it like some months or something. So.
Yeah, it's only 2 days. In 2 days, we'll be seeing new news about it.
All over IGN and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. And also, we will be covering it in our way. And before I move on to the next topic or just news update, do any of you have anything you want to add as a topic or anything you strongly want to discuss this week that I might not have on the
We got to talk about
on my
Smite,
list?
Man. Smite is life. No. No, player.
nothing really.
Okay. And you, Kool-Aid?
Honestly, man, I got in my thing. I was all about Anthem for real, for real. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, me
ready for
too.
the release, honestly, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, the
So,
22nd.
I'm ready to be downloaded.
Yeah, releases the 22nd, so really soon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I know that when it releases, I will definitely be dropping a video.
Oh, we should definitely co-op. I don't know if Jason's getting it, but I'm definitely getting it. So me and you should co-op, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
We'll make a video together, man.
Oh yeah, we could do that. I'll
Yeah.
definitely be online for it.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Hey, Jason,
You
you're
said
gonna
22nd.
yeah, the 22nd of this month. You're gonna pick that up, Jason?
Ooh.
For what game?
Anthem?
I might look into it. I was gonna try and get Division 2, but I might look into it.
Yeah.
Probably might not get it be up this month, but
Oh yeah, because
somewhere
of
down the
Division
line
2.
I will get it. Somewhere down the line I will.
When is Division 2 release? I ain't really heard nothing about that one for real. I
Yeah,
know it was supposed to be coming this year. I ain't know when it's coming.
Yeah, when does it release, Jason?
When does what?
The Division 2.
I think that's coming out in April.
Oh, it's still a little far
Around the
away.
same time Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we still got time. Just like with Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I think Anthem, Jason, is gonna hold you off till the Division 2 because it's similar in a way.
Right. I mean, I did play Division 1. I still have it.
Yeah, I
enjoyed
played
the
that
hell
too.
out of
Yeah, me
Division
too.
1, so it's just waiting to see how Division 2 turns out.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be amazing.
Bomberman.
Right.
Oh yeah, hope for that.
But definitely check into Anthem, bro, because it got 4-player co-op. We could all co-op together and do the videos together. Team up.
Heck yeah.
So, something else that happened in the news this week. Y'all remember when Insomniac Games was teasing an update for Spider-Man? That's a fantastic one.
They dropped that suit.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I was thinking they meant Fantastic Four was gonna be featured in the game or like an episode. You know what I mean? Like a DLC. That's what I was thinking it was gonna be.
Oh yeah, they dropped the bombastic Batman suit. I seen that.
They look pretty cool though, but it's not what I was expecting. You heard about this, Jason?
Yeah, man. Spider-Man dog. Spider-Man, man.
Yeah, so there's not really much to talk about these suits. They look pretty cool though, but I was expecting a Fantastic Four DLC.
Oh,
That's what I was expecting.
It would been nice. I mean,
Yeah.
at some point in time, they did end up collaborating together.
I think they got another DLC was supposed to drop. They only dropped 3 of them so far.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think what is more likely at this point, I think it's gonna be Spider-Man 2 in a few years. No more DLC probably. But I could be wrong though. I'm not 100% sure about that. But I just feel like since they dropped 3 in a row, it don't seem like they would drop another 3. You know.
Definitely.
Right.
But we'll see.
Hopefully they do.
Another news bit that dropped this week. Resident Evil 2's free Ghost Survivors DLC is releasing this month. You're familiar with this?
I didn't know that. I haven't really been into Resident Evil as much as I used to.
What's the last Resident Evil you played?
The first one when they remastered it.
And did you enjoy that?
Oh yeah. Heck yeah, I did.
Well, I got good news for you, bro. Resident Evil 2, the remake, is even better than Resident Evil 1 remake.
It is.
Really?
It's a billion times better than the first one remake.
That's a big one, bro. You said a billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I enjoyed the first one remastered very much, but man, after playing the remake of Resident Evil 2, billion times better.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying, Kool-Aid, is that it's return to survival horror. Just like Resident Evil 1, the remake, you know, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, just basically those. It's a return to those, but it's also it don't feel like an old game remade. It feels like a
It's a
like
whole
uh
game.
like a remix. It feels like a remix with current technology, current ways of doing survival horror. So it doesn't feel like an old game just remade, which is great. Yeah, you should definitely give that a rental if you're not sure about buying it, but definitely rent it and you'll have a blast.
That's a good red box.
Yeah, you should red box it because it's Return to Survival Horror and it's incredible. It's like you gotta really take care of your bullets. Like if you run out of bullets, you definitely have to run. It's that type of game.
Like on the last of Us.
Oh yeah, and you only have a knife, and if you stick the knife into a zombie, it stays there unless you pick it up.
Unless you can drop them and pick it back up. Otherwise, if you otherwise you stick it into them, you got no ammo. You're fucked.
Yeah,
You just gotta
yeah, you're
run.
fucked. Yeah, because they don't. Leon doesn't punch and kick. He don't do shit. If he don't have a knife and he don't have a gun, he's done for, man.
Yeah, unlike 4 and 6 where he had that ability, and 2 he don't got that ability.
So that's where the yeah. So that's where
Was
the
Leon original Resident Evil 2?
yeah. He was the him and Claire were the main characters.
See, I remember Claire, I just didn't remember Leon. And that's why I was
Yeah,
like,
Leon.
hey, where am I
Leon
hearing
was.
him for?
That's when Leon was first introduced when they made Resident Evil 2.
I thought it was
Yeah,
part
he was-
1. Oh no, part 1 was Chris, right? Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Part one was Chris.
Yeah, Chris and Jill, and then of course, you know, Mary, Rebecca, and Wesker were being introduced as well. When they made 2 followed up with Claire, of course, the backstory of her being Chris's sister, and then Leon being a rookie police officer. Yeah, he was first introduced in that. And then they, of course, they had to bring him back in 4, which is good. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't picture 4 any other way without Leon in it.
I heard that Chris is in Resident Evil 2. That's a minor spoiler. I heard that he's featured in the game. Like you gotta unlock him or something.
He might be an unlockable character.
That's what I heard.
He might be. It would be nice. Although, if you do play Claire's side of the story, you come across, well, either side of the story, you come across Chris's diary. Eventually read about that, and like that, just that part, they redid that as well. Like it doesn't read out the same like the original EVT.
Basically, Kool-Aid, definitely get that game, bro. It's Return to Survival Horror, and it's really tense, and it'll make you jump, and it'll make you feel like you're really trying to survive. Experience, unlike any game in a long time.
Heck yeah.
Definitely worth checking out. Man.
Very atmospheric, man. Like the atmosphere's thick, and it's really creepy.
It's creepy,
Like hide and go. Yeah, like picture a haunted house, and you're playing hide and go seek in the haunted house. That's how it feels.
heck yeah.
In the dark mansion, pretty much.
I need to do that.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend that. And Jason also recommends it highly. It's his favorite Resident Evil right now. I haven't beat it, so I cannot really say it's my favorite one, but it's incredible though. But now I will tell you guys about this DLC called Ghost Survivors. Basically, Ghost Survivors gives players a chance to experience the game from 3 new perspectives.
What's that?
Basically, you play as 3 other characters, and their perspective pretty much like you play their story through the same how do you say, through the same
story.
Yeah, like the same story of Leon and Claire, but through the other 3 survivors' perspectives.
Oh.
Right. I remember reading about that too.
It says you'll play as a gun shop owner, which is fucking awesome.
Robert Kendall.
Yeah,
the
as a
mayor's daughter.
runaway and the mayor's daughter. and it will
Yeah.
release February 15th. I don't know if it's gonna. Uh. Oh yeah, it's gonna be free update, which is fucking awesome.
That's heck of
Nice.
a.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a free update.
Yeah, like I was reading about it. I know the mentions were, of course, Robert Kendall, the gun shop owner, and the mayor's daughter.
I
But
mean,
you said three. Who would be the third character? Just out of
Runaway.
curiosity.
It said Runaway on here.
Runaway.
Yeah, I guess like a
It's just
runaway. I don't know who that
running.
could be. Like it just sounds like somebody that ran away in one of the games or something. It just says Runaway on here.
Runaway.
Check that out.
Makes yeah. That actually brings jaws my curiosity a lot because I don't think I've been called Runaway.
I love the fact that it's free
That draws a lot of curiosity. I do love that fact too.
and it's also new to the Resident Evil 2. Like it's never been there. It's a new experience they created
Right.
for free.
Hmm.
Other news that happened this week. This is a big one right here, guys. I don't know if both of you heard about this, but this is a huge one for us that we love the PlayStation 4.
Right.
Okay, so the new story. NetEase, which I never heard of, they bought a stake in Quantic Dream.
I've heard of NetEase. They were supposed to. I'm sure you're pretty familiar with the announcement of Diablo Immortals that was supposed to go on mobile gaming.
Yeah, I'm definitely not familiar with
They were supposed to be part of the creators that helped created Diablo Immortal. So yeah, NetEase does bring a familiar name to me.
So basically what this means, that it's a huge, is that Quantic Dream is going multi-platform because of this acquisition.
That's dope.
Which is crazy because I always considered Quantic Dream, even though they never were acquired by Sony, I always picture them as a Sony studio.
Right.
And also, that's a huge one this week. We'll see what happens with that. They haven't announced the platforms, but just keep that in mind. That's happening. Quantic Dream is no longer only for PlayStation 4.
No, they might be able to put out some AAA type games now.
Yeah, but what I heard like people mentioning is that think about what Microsoft might do. They might acquire NetEase, or they might acquire Quantic Dream, and they're gonna get it as a first party, studio and release an exclusive since Sony didn't acquire them. And that's gonna be a big loss for Sony, man. I mean, they released what's the name of them? We got Beyond Two Souls. What's the other one? The first one. What the hell is it called? With the origami assassin. What is it called? I forgot the name of it.
What was that shit called? Rain? Heavy Rain?
Yeah, Heavy Rain. Exactly. Yeah. So they got Heavy Rain, the Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human, which is one of my top 10 games of that year. I love that game. So that's a big blow to Sony, unless they acquire them ASAP away from NetEase,
Right.
That would be terrible though.
Yeah, it would be. In other news for this week,
Other news.
yeah, like that. In other news, there's a real cool one. Dead or Alive 6, which I'm a fan of. I love that fighting game, yeah. It's gonna get a free-to-play version post-launch.
We have two.
Like they did with GTA 5.
Yeah, just like that. It's gonna get basically it's gonna be free to play. Just let me see what it says on here. stupid videos playing. I can, give me a second. Basically, it's gonna be like the Dead or Alive 5. How that happened when it wasn't like the whole game. It was just like a nice piece of the game, and you could play as a couple characters. I think it's really cool. Free to play is good for a lot of games. So basically, it says here that it will be free to play. That includes the core fighters.
Alright. That is pretty dope.
Let's see. And it was originally scheduled to release on February 15th, but it got delayed to March 1st, which I didn't know. And it will be available for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Any thoughts on that? On that news bit?
Man, I just feel like it's just a big money grab, man.
How so?
Because if you can either release the full game, or you can release the free one and make everything else a DLC.
Yeah, you're right.
Like release the full game and then add DLCs onto that, so regardless they're gonna get extra money.
Yeah, it's like a mind trick. It's like a mind trick,
Yeah,
seems like.
yeah.
But it's cool though. I mean, if you just don't want to pay for extra and you just want to play the core experience, it's a free grab for us. You know, if we don't want to get the full game, not interested in it, we get that for free, and we can play it anytime we want.
Yeah, I'm a Dead or Alive fan, so it's like, dang, they like trying to get extra money out of me.
Yeah, I feel you, man. What about you, Jason? How you feel about this?
I mean, I've never been big on Dead or Alive. I did play a beta of it.
Yeah.
My friend recommended it to me. But with it being free, it does sound like a pretty good idea for those that are willing to spend out of pocket like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely good that they're doing something like that. You know, I'd like to see more games do more stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. I'd love to see Call of Duty do that for people that ain't like into it as much, and they or even like
Blackout.
was that?
What they should have did for Blackout.
Oh yeah, I feel like that would have been a good move because Blackout, I don't know how popular it is, but it's definitely not something I jump in. I prefer being the multiplayer team deathmatch and the other modes.
Blackout's pretty good. I'm gonna say that because that's something new to the franchise. Something new to the franchise for a lot of people.
Goddamn Battle Royale, man. That's all the craze right now.
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Right.
Now for the last news of the week. Are you both familiar with Sense Studios?
Woohoo.
Zen Studios, Z-E-N Studios.
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Don't
I
think so.
believe that's the studio that's been creating the pinball games for the PlayStation.
Right.
You're familiar with the pinball games?
Uh-huh.
Well, they have just announced an exclusive for the Xbox One titled Operencia The Stolen Sun.
What the hell is that?
It's an RPG. It's similar to The Bard's Tale and Eye of the Beholder. So it's pretty unique in that genre. And it says it's scheduled to launch on Xbox One and PC in spring of 2019. So they got an exclusive.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's the last bit of news I have for this week. Any topic y'all want to discuss?
Man, what movies are?
Okay, move.
Oh, what about Broly?
What was the name of that?
The Broly movie. Did anybody see it?
I don't think I heard you good. What was that?
The Super Saiyan. I said the Super Saiyan. The Dragon Ball Super, the Broly movie. Anybody see it?
Oh no, I didn't. You seen it?
I remember the Broly movie. Yeah, it's Legendary Super Saiyan Broly.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
I
I
never.
remember the original one, but the new one,
Yeah,
I've
new
heard
one.
about it, but never really watched it. Didn't pay much attention to
Yeah, I'm a
It's
big fan
it's alright.
of Dragon Ball, but I just don't keep up to date with it. But I love the characters. I love the lore, the fighting. You
it.
know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
They
I
redid Broly.
They redid Broly.
They redid Broly, and new Broly is actually kind of raw.
before we end this podcast, right? I want to discuss one more thing, and it's the Hobbs and Shaw trailer.
Is that the movie where
Fast and the
two dudes from
Furious.
Fast and Furious?
Yeah, Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, yeah, I was just watching the trailer of it too. It looks funny.
Yeah, I want to hear each of your thoughts. I want to start with Jason. Go ahead, bro. Give me your thoughts and what you're expecting and everything in between.
I mean, it is from the creators of Fast and Furious, but aside from the series, Fast and Furious series, they do have the character, two of the main characters, of course, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and Jason Statham. Watching through the trailer, definitely does look eye appealing for the action, but adding comedy to it, I seen some funny parts.
Yeah, it made me laugh. Yeah, it made me laugh.
Right.
That part where
so you're gonna see action and comedy, no doubt. So it's definitely worth checking out.
yeah, the part. Go ahead, bro.
Definitely worth checking out. I don't didn't catch on when it's gonna be released.
I believe it's this spring, if I'm not incorrect. I believe,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
summer. I believe it said in the trailer. It said summer or spring. Do you remember Kool-Aid?
Something like that.
I
I'm
think
not
it.
entirely sure. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I just know it's gonna be interesting because, like, I know he put him in jail the last time they came across each other.
Okay, since
As
you
far as the
haven't
story goes.
since you haven't seen it, I'll break it down for
Yeah.
you in a bit. I'll just let Jason finish his thoughts. Anything else you gotta add to the trailer?
Nothing really. I mean,
Okay.
it's definitely when it comes out, it's worth checking out. I mean, as it does, got two iconic characters, two iconic actors, excuse me,
Yeah.
and with it being action and comedy, if you're definitely into stuff like that, it's worth checking out.
Okay, Kool-Aid. So basically, bro, it's The Rock and Jason Statham, and it looks similar to the Fast and the Furious. The difference is the villain has superpowers.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's turned into like a hero action movie, and it looks awesome for that because it's very unexpected. And I believe the villain is Idris Elba. He's a great actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the main villain. And it looks like a
That'll be
mix
dope.
of like Marvel DC movie with Fast and the Furious in the mix. It looks like that.
Okay.
It looks really interesting, really different, and it is funny. There's a part where The Rock is swinging down a building and Jason Statham is there. I forgot if Jason Statham is in the elevator.
He was in that. I saw
Okay,
that. That was
yeah,
in the
he's-
trailer.
yeah,
he was
he-
in the elevator.
And
I
The
laughed
Rock
at that one.
and The Rock swings his way trying to get an enemy, and he just sticks up his middle finger up at Jason Statham and says "fuck you," but in like without any any noise, and it's hilarious, bro. Yeah,
I laughed at that part. Oh my god, that was
Oh,
so funny.
and another thing, another thing I want to add is the music is really dope in the trailer. Definitely check that out once we finish the podcast, bro.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
And now for the last thing for this first podcast. Any movies that you guys watched? I haven't watched any damn movies at all, but if you guys watched any movies that you would like to recommend to the listeners. that you seen recently? If not,
Let's see.
it's all good.
I haven't seen anything new, honestly.
Okay. What about you,
On
Jason?
Netflix.
Nothing here.
Okay, so we're not movie watchers then.
I'm a movie
Yeah,
watcher.
I'm not.
I just
I'm
haven't been to the
usually
movies in a
not.
while. The last movie I went to go see was the
Um,
Bumblebee movie.
but
Did
as
you?
far as that new movie you were discussing,
It could. Yeah,
it
House and
definitely looks
Shaw.
eye appealing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hobbs
but
and Shaw definitely looks eye appealing.
but the movie that you could recommend don't have to be an old movie. I mean, it don't have to be a new movie. It could be like a movie that you recently seen that you highly recommend to each of us and to the listeners. You know, like if you have any of those
Right.
movies you want to recommend, I definitely am listening, and other people
I
are
just
too.
seen Ant-Man and the Wasp for the first time.
I never seen
Pretty
Ant-Man
good.
or Part Two.
I haven't seen part one, but I know who Ant-Man is, so
You enjoyed
pretty interesting.
Part Two?
Yeah, part two's pretty dope. It
Okay.
set it up perfectly for part two. What's that? Infinity War.
Do you feel after watching Part Two that you don't really have to watch Part One? Like, is that how it made you feel?
No, I really want to watch part one. I want to know how
Everything's
Scott Lang
set
got
up.
the suit,
Okay.
cause I can't say I'm real big on comic books, but I know most of the comic books backstories. Like the Ant-Man they're using in the movies is Scott Lang, but apparently the Ant-Man, the original Ant-Man was Hank Pym. He's in the movie. Yeah, apparently he's the Ant-Man back in the day, but he's old now. So now we got Scott Lang being Ant-Man, which is pretty cool. And the Wasp was in the second part, which is pretty cool too. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, and a couple of comic book characters I actually like see on the big screen if we came to the big screen.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Part One and Part Two. Any other movies that you would like to recommend?
If you got Netflix, all the
Yeah.
Marvel movies are on right now.
Okay.
Ragnarok, Thor, Black Panther, Infinity War Part 1, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think if anything else is on there. I know those are the four big ones that I've seen on there
The
recently.
Avengers Infinity War you mentioned, right?
Yeah, Infinity War is on there. Part 1.
Okay. And you, Jason? I mean, my bad, man. You got more
No,
to
okay,
say?
that's it. That was it.
Okay. And you, Jason, you
Nothing.
got any movies? It don't have to be a new movie. It could be anything that you barely, seen that you recommend.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing here.
Yeah, for me neither. There's nothing I've seen. So
We've seen Bandersnatch, Black Mirror Bandersnatch on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
Oh man, yeah, Netflix. That
I
shit
have
good.
Amazon Prime, but I haven't watched movies in a while. I've been into gaming and uploading the videos and stuff like that.
Right. That's where my attention's been at lately. Gaming, new games coming out, trying to keep up with updates and everything to feed the podcast.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
focusing on
right
the
here.
YouTube channel. That's my focus on
Right.
working. So
I will say this, so for people that used to read those Goosebumps series,
yeah,
where you got to choose your own adventure back in the day,
yeah.
there's a movie on Netflix called Black Mirror Bandersnatch, and it's basically that in movie form. It's pretty dope.
Like a pop-up book?
Like not like a pop-up book. You remember how all right, remember back in the day you used to read the little ghost book books? You had
Is it
that.
is it
You
like
read the ghost book
the?
book, and they like turn to this page. If you select this, turn to this page. If you select
Oh,
this,
that's
turn to this
fucking
page.
dope, man.
Yeah, it's basically like that in movie form. You select a decision, and the movie
So
plays out based off of what you
so
pick.
it's like an interactive movie?
Basically, yeah. That's
Oh, that's
exactly right. I should
badass.
just said that.
That sounds really
Extremely
cool.
interactive movie. They got there's so many choices you can do in there. Like one of the choices is you in like a therapy session, and your counselor like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Well, she don't say that exact word. Well, the counselor is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're like, man, I'm being controlled by somebody and some shit. Dude said he was a thing called Netflix.
Yeah.
So like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy as fuck. You have to like YouTube it or something like that. It was this
So
one part where like you hack the dude's computer and try to explain who you are controlling his life.
yeah.
You try to tell him that you Netflix. This shit is fucking hilarious.
So it's called Black Mirror Bada
Uh, Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually based off a book called Bandersnatch.
Yeah. Let me write that down. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna add it to my watch list. Any last closing thoughts, guys, before we close out the podcast?
Go Chiefs. Man.
um, I mean, nothing here to close up with other than we'll just keep you up to date as we go along.
Heck yeah, man.
Like anything you're working on, Jason, that you want the listeners to know about, that you're working for the YouTube, or maybe an update on Kool-Aid's idea about what we're gonna specialize in. You have any thoughts on what you would like to specialize in? That you want to give like a little heads up to the listeners, what to expect?
Definitely be on the lookout. I will be doing shootings and adventure games, like Fallout, Resident Evil 2, Black Ops. Um, More to come as we go along. Um, Definitely keep an eye out for those type of videos and podcasts when we bring stuff up like that. Mention it.
Yeah, it's not set in stone right now, but we're gonna definitely have a discussion and see what we're gonna be specializing in, and we're gonna
Heck
post up the
yeah.
videos on what we're gonna post every Sunday. And you, Kool-Aid, anything you wanna add to that, to the what you're gonna specialize in? Like give a little sneak peek on what you might be
Man,
doing, or any videos you're working on, or anything like that.
I'm about to make a Smite video.
Okay.
I've been debating on if I might be the MOBA guy or I might be the sports game. I
Okay.
don't know if too many people play sports games. And I play FIFA and I play 2K and I might dip into Madden next year. And they got other sports games too, like Steep and NBA Playgrounds. I genuinely tend to know about them. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else plays them, so I could
Yeah,
definitely give it a go.
I feel like yours is pretty set in stone, bro. Cause me and Jason, we have a lot of similarities in the genres we like. So me and him gotta discuss how we're gonna divide it. But for you, you're set
I
in
got you.
stone. What you're gonna do, I think nobody else brought it up. Brought it up, you know.
Yeah, see, I kind of figured that too. Like nobody else brought up the sports genre, so like I figured I could do that.
Yeah, I enjoy those, but I'm not a fan of the Madden and FIFAs and none of that. I like stream sports, like I mentioned before, like EA Big, that type of stuff. Steep.
You might want to check out a game called NBA Playgrounds. They actually came out with NBA Playgrounds 2 not too
Oh
long ago,
yeah,
so you
I
can
tried
download
that.
that.
I tried that. It's a cool game, but I still miss NBA Street a lot. There's nothing that compares to
You try
that.
number 2?
No, I didn't. Is it free or
I don't know if it's free.
okay?
I have to purchase it. I haven't got it yet. But I
I
had the first one.
wasn't part one free for PlayStation Plus, I believe, or maybe like a
Yeah,
beta
part 1 was
or
free for
something.
PlayStation Plus for a little bit.
Okay.
I know part 2 was actually picked up by 2K Studios, so
Oh,
like they actually had a major funding behind their second project, so it's probably way better. But I haven't actually had to sit down and play hands on with the second one yet. But I'm gonna give it a try eventually.
okay.
I might have a couple of extra dollars for my second job. I can splurge on it. It's only $20.
Yeah, and as for me, I'm gonna be specializing pretty much in something similar to Jason. I like action adventure. I like platformers, so it's gonna be somewhere in between that. And this has been Jesus from Everything Nerdy Assemble. Thanks everybody for watching. Where can people follow you, Jason and Kool-Aid?
Follow me on YouTube at the Giant YT. Um, Follow me on PlayStation, Stud-420 Dash. Um, Definitely a big fan of PlayStation games, so you will find me mainly on PlayStation.
And you cool.
Uh,
For
Go ahead.
me, I wish you could see my gamer tag.
Yeah, you can say your
Kool-Aid
gamer tag.
Music.
Yeah.
I said I wish you could see it right now. But you can follow me everywhere. Kool-Aid Music, MUZIC, no
This
at all. Anywhere, Twitter, Facebook,
this what I'm gonna
PlayStation,
do.
Xbox, everywhere.
This what I'm gonna do, guys. You send me where people could follow you, and I will post it once I post all these videos. I will post it right underneath this podcast video. I'm gonna post where people could follow you. So just to me through the messenger.
Let's say it's my gamer tag. You can look at my gamer tag. It's the same everywhere, I promise. Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter,
Okay.
Instagram. Any
Okay.
website you can type that in, you'll find it.
Okay, so everybody can follow me in YouTube, Everything Nerdy Assemble, and also on my Facebook group, Gamer Flesh Everything Nerdy, and my PSN is ILL Noise 36.
Yo, noise. For the eel boys.
Thanks to everybody that watched the video. If you enjoyed the videos, hit that like and subscribe. And we're out in our first episode.
Yeah, let's be.
Peace.
Peace.